Hey guys, what's up? This is Surge236. I'm going to say this right now, this isn't my official video of the week. I just felt like doing a rant for you guys about a couple gaming, I guess, I don't want to, I guess, just basic gaming news that are fairly big and just my thoughts on them. And the first of these gaming points or news or whatever you want to call them is PlayStation has made, I don't know how many of you have heard of this, but PlayStation's essentially made their version of Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and they call it PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. And I just know they're going to get such bad publicity for this because it's such an obvious knockoff of Super Smash Bros. But honestly, I've tried the demo. It really doesn't seem all that. I mean, it's an obvious knockoff. I will agree with that. I mean, it's got the same 4 people on a map. The maps are based off of old PlayStation games. You can play as old PlayStation characters from all different series. It's got that quality to it. But just the overall playstyle, it just, I don't know. You fight about the same as you do in Brawl, but it's different enough that when I'm sitting there, I'm not thinking, oh my god, these guys are so lazy they couldn't think up ideas on their own. I mean, they added their own stuff to it. It might not be the best stuff. I think that Super Smash Bros. Did a lot better job. But there's just certain quality changes. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know where the line is for when you've changed enough so that you're not doing a dead ripoff. But I feel like they're at the very least walking that line. Because, I don't know. There's just something, like when I'm playing it, I am thinking of Super Smash Bros. Just because it's like I said, it's pretty obvious, and that's nearly a clone in that sense. But at the same time, I'm sitting there like I would, if I was in the mood for a fighter game and I wanted to play Super Smash Bros., I wouldn't at the same time want to play this game. I mean, I would be in a different mood and want to play a different game because they're different. They're not the same, and not even in the sense that it's like, oh, this one has memorable characters and this one doesn't. They're just like the overall play style. I guess the one way I can really describe what I mean by this is the fact that, you know how, hopefully, I hope most of you guys know that in Super Smash Brothers, you just basically beat up the enemy characters. As you're beating them up, they fly farther from attacks, and you gotta keep beating them up until eventually they fly off the map. The way that PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale works is you beat up enemy characters, and as you're beating them up, you gain sort of like, I guess, energy in your final smash bar. And when that bar reaches maximum, you use your final smash, and this is the only way that you can kill other characters. And you just have to, like, there's 3 levels of your final smash. The first one's the weakest, the second one's a little stronger, and the third one basically kills everyone on the map. And you just have to, like, kind of, I mean, and I guess it doesn't really take a whole lot of skill to time when to use your final smash, but it's just, well, actually, I take that back. It kind of does, because your final smash can be countered. Like if you're charging it and somebody hits you, then it just resets your bar and you can't use that smash. So it's an interesting concept. And it's different enough that I'm sitting there and I'm just thinking, okay, I can respect that you guys did some new mechanics here. I mean, it seems like they were honestly sitting there and they're like, okay guys, we gotta make sure this isn't an exact ripoff of Super Smash Brothers. I mean, it can be close, but we don't want it to be an exact ripoff, and I can respect that. Even if they just did it for legal issues, they didn't do like a lot of franchises are doing nowadays, and basically just do the same crap. I mean, like, I know this probably isn't the best example, but I'm going to give it anyway, just because the first one that pops in my head. The difference between Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, I saw none. I mean, when I walked into the store, when I walked into Best Buy when Modern Warfare 3 first came out, and I saw the demo, the little screen or whatever, the gameplay on one of the TV screens, I could not tell the difference between it and Modern Warfare 2. I thought it was Modern Warfare 2. When the guy came over and told me it was Modern Warfare 3, I thought he was punking me. Which is why I'm wondering how this game, which is like practically a dead ripoff of the last one, raked in so much cash. I mean, I don't understand why no one thought, I mean, I don't want to say no one thought, but it seems, I don't understand why no one didn't, or why, but, I mean, it seems like it would be so much easier just to hold on to Modern Warfare 2. I get they're not going to make new maps for it, but you can save $60 and just sit there and play on the old maps. I mean, is it really worth paying $60 for new maps and a campaign that nobody cares about? I mean, I don't know. That's just my opinion. It's my opinion. But anyway, moving on past those off-topic slightly rants, I'm going to talk about now Halo 4, which I know there's a lot of people out there excited for Halo 4. I really can't decide where I stand on it. I get that the new company that's making the Halo series is technically still Bungie. They got a lot of the same people and all that sort of stuff. But I just can't help feeling that it's going to be different enough that I would like to wait for it to have been out a bit and see the initial reactions before I go out and buy it. I'm not going out to pre-order it right now because I don't know. It's just, for starters, I guess the best way I can start this, I get that Reach wasn't technically made, or was technically made by Bungie, but I still feel like it was kind of the new company had a pretty big hand in it. And I thought compared to Halo 3, Reach was kind of a letdown. I mean, they had some new stuff that I thought was cool, but I thought it would have been better in Halo 3 than Halo Reach. Like, I thought Invasion was a really good idea. I think the utilities were kind of so-so, but I don't know. I know that there's some stuff I've seen in some of the gameplay videos or the little, like, whatever demo beta videos of Halo 4 that I've enjoyed. Like, they've got more game types. They've got some pretty cool weapons in there, but it just, I don't know. I'm kind of on the line about it. I have no idea if it's... I just don't know. I need this new company to kind of show me that it can do the same as Bungie did. I get that it's basically Bungie. They got a lot of the people, but they have to reprove themselves to me, honestly. And if they do, I will become just as much a fan of them as I did of Bungie. But as of yet, I'm kind of holding out, waiting to see how this plays out. Maybe I'll end up being wrong and they'll be fine, but I don't know. I just know that these big shooter companies like I guess you guys kind of got my stance on the Modern Warfare crew from that last rant. And there's I can't even think of another major shooter, honestly. I know Gears of War, I don't think they're making another one of them, so I can't talk about them really. I don't know. Just all the. I'm sure if I actually had some time to think about it, I could think of some other shooters that are the same way. But the two big ones, whoever's making Modern, I think, who's making it, Treyarch, and Bungie. I mean, just, I don't know. It gets to the point where they're kind of just getting a bit too big for their britches, I guess. But we'll see. Like I said, I'm waiting to see how it plays out. I do know I have had a lot more faith in Bungie, which I guess, yeah, like I've said way too many times already, is technically the new company. I've had faith in them. They usually tend to be pretty good to their customers. They don't try to sell you the same stuff in new packaging. They add enough stuff so that you don't feel completely like, why did I buy this game? They're good. They're trustworthy, but I don't know. I think I've kind of repeated the same point over and over again, so I'll stop ranting for now. But yeah, those are two games. That's both of these that I've talked about: PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale and Halo 4. They seem like they're going to be decent games. I'm kind of PlayStation All-Stars. I'll probably get it for no other reason, just because it looks like the first decent game I'm going to be able to get on the PS3. I mean, every game that I think is going to be decent on the PS3, they just botch with all of the patches and stuff. I don't know how many. I'm hoping all of you other PlayStation users out there kind of get where I'm coming from with this. Those patches, man. Those patches, especially with Skyrim. Buying Skyrim on the PS3 was the worst mistake I could ever make. I am still really ticked off about that. And I actually might have lost my copy, which will give me a great excuse to buy it on another system. So I'm kind of like blessing in disguise about that. But yeah, in Halo 4, like I said, I'm just going to kind of wait it out. It seems like it's going to be a good game, though. I've seen nothing to assume that it's going to be bad. It's more just like, I've been wrong about games before, and I'd rather just let this one play out. Especially since I know a lot of people who are getting it. I can just try their copies, and if I like it, I'll buy it. It'll be an adventure. It'll be an adventure in itself. And if I do end up getting either of them, maybe I'll post a gameplay video, my thoughts after actually buying the game, so that you guys can either see why I like the stuff or not make the same mistake I did if it ends up sucking. So, yeah. I'm going to have some, I know that there's so many games that are coming out, both indie and otherwise, that I'm dying to get, but one step at a time. I really don't have that much money to burn. But yeah, if you guys want to see anything that I do currently own, go ahead and post something in the comments. I'll try to make a video on it. If not, I hope you guys enjoyed the rant. I know that stretched on for a little bit there, and probably a lot of it it was kind of completely unplanned, but I don't know. I had fun doing it. Hope you guys had fun watching it, and I'll see you later.